This live stream from Police Simulator Patrol Officers. I started to stream games in Swedish. I'm from Sweden, and I tried once or twice to do it in English, but I found that my English wasn't really good enough. But again, there's only one way to improve it, and that's by speaking it. I mean, I understand English quite well from TV or books and stuff, but it's another thing in speaking it. So I will do a video in English, and I will do it most because I find it fun to play and to learn new things such as streaming. So what we're looking at here is the main menu of Police Simulator Patrol Officers. And first of all, what you get to choose which police you want to be. I'm a Caucasian, is that a word? I'm a white male, and this is maybe this one is somewhat similar. You start off in a town called Brighton, I think. And when I think of Brighton as a Swede, I think of Eurovision Song Contest 1974, when ABBA won with Waterloo. But since they drive on the right-hand side of the road, I think we are in the US. Here I can choose, for now I can only choose the melting pot at the district where I want to start my journey. Later on we can choose different districts. Once again, you can only choose one from one shift so far. It will open up more shifts as you progress in the game. We're doing foot patrol in the morning. Let's start. So the first few drifts are mostly about like issue parking tickets and stuff.
Officer. It's your first day on the job, and your first shift is to issue parking tickets, so be on the lookout for vehicles violating parking regulations. Be on your guard and show presence when you encounter other violations. Always remember to have cause with sufficient evidence before making an arrest. Now, some days are better than the others, and remember, every day is different. Good luck.
Thank you, officer. I'll keep that in mind.
And this is also what I like about this game, that you start at the bottom with
We've been getting a lot of calls concerning the parking situation over the
parking tickets and stuff, and you work your way up towards getting called out to accidents and robberies and stuff. But everyone has to start somewhere, and we will start by focus on the first vehicle here, and by the number plate I can get some information about the owner and about the vehicle itself. As you can see, there are nothing specific to worry about. He doesn't have a gun permit, but we don't know if he owns a gun or not, so no problem there. And as you can see, the parking meter says valid. So everything's alright there. Let's check the next one. Okay, this is an interesting one. This guy has an open warrant. The only problem is that he's not present. So I can't go on and like arrest him. I don't know if he will come back to his car if I just stand here waiting. I don't think so. There are a few issues with this game. It has recently come out of the beta stage or early access stage. So there are a few issues with collision detection and stuff. But overall it's a really good game, and I like the simulator type of games. As you could see here, we have an invalid registration status. So now we can issue a parking ticket. I think we can issue a parking ticket for expired license plate. Yes, that's the same thing. There. Okay, here we got a car. It's parked on the sideway, partly on the sideway at least. This lady also has an open warrant, but she's nowhere to be seen, so there's nothing we can do except ticketing the car. We choose position and alignment and on sidewalk. As you can see at the top right corner, I get 10 points for issuing the correct ticket. If I happen to, for example, arrest someone on false permissions or something, I will get minus points instead. Let's see, this one is also parked on the sideway. There's another ticket. Let's see, I don't think it's... No, it's a taxi stand. Of course a taxi can stand in the taxi stand. No issues with this car. Let's see, no parking Wednesday. Today's Monday in the game. One of the good things about foot patrolling is that you discover different buildings around the city. So if a person comes and asks for directions to a building, it's easier for you to point them the right way. And you don't have to check every license plate, of course, but I'd like to do that because, as you can see, every time I issue a correct ticket, I get some points, and more points equals more experience, and more experience will get you different types of cases. So I tend to check every parked car. Here we have an invalid insurance status, and I don't think we can find them for that. I think I have to have the person in front of me to find him or her for that. Okay, so this yellow border is where my patrol area ends. If I go outside that area for too long, the shift will end and I will be transported back to the police headquarters.
How you doing, officer?
As you see, someone greeted me, and I can get 2 points for greeting her back. Let's see, it was... Yeah, of course, parking on sideway. For me, it takes a lot of courage to do a stream in English, because when I listen to it afterwards, I think my English is, well, not up to par, but if you're afraid of something, you have to confront it, and that's what I'm doing now. Here we have, I don't know if you see it, but we have, there you can see that the parking meter has expired, so it's a parking ticket for expired parking meter. While patrolling on foot, you can also get different types of... Later on you can get like chasing down a pickpocketer or something, and random requests from people to maybe show them the right direction or something. Also very common is jaywalking and littering. Those are, in the big picture, very small crimes, of course, but as you are new to the police force, you get to handle those issues as well. ID status expired, but as I said, as long as I don't have the owner in front of me, I can't do anything about it. What I can do is ticket this car for standing on the sidewalk as usual. The most frustrating thing about this game is when you a bit into the game, when you get more complex cases, it is that the driving of the cars that I'm not steering is somewhat off. So I have seen cars that literally stands on top on each other. I've seen cars not able to move without no visible border or something in front of them. It's really strange. But from what I've heard, they're working on it, and they know that these issues are in the game. This vehicle has parked way too far out into the street, so there's a ticket for that. And here we have a car facing the wrong direction, as you can see from the tutorial on the right hand side. Wrong direction. For some offenses, like parking in a handicap zone or in the bus zone or near an emergency exit and stuff, you can get the car towed away, but if it's not justified to do it by law, then you get less points in the end of the day. As you can see, I discovered a new waypoint, Mart. So if anyone asks me for directions to Mart, I know where it is. It shows up on the map. I can show you that here. I thought it would, at least. Yeah, it is there. You see the green border just outside the yellow dot represents our police officer. So no problem with that car. This must be some kind of private parking. Okay, we have an open warrant for this lady, but she's nowhere to be seen. So there's really not much we can do about it. Seems like everyone has an open warrant.
Hi.
Someone just greeted me and I greet her back. I thought I could greet her back. Can I greet you back? No? Let's have a look at these parked cars. These parked cars. And let's see. ID expired. Can't do anything about that at the moment. What do we have here? Nothing. Parking meter is valid. Nothing here. Let's check this one. Let's see, taxi stand. But for how long? Okay, so he's in a taxi stand. And I think, I may be wrong, but I think that if you have, you see the like blue decal with the red text on it. I think if you have that one, you are allowed to park in a taxi stand, but to be sure, I put out my handbook and consults it. The traffic violations, no. Let's see where we can find it. Traffic violations. Don't know where to find that information, but let's see. Traffic orders. I wouldn't call it, or is it under felonies? I'll have a look. It should be under like parking violations or something. Anyway, I'd rather leave this vehicle alone than get fewer points at the end of my shift. See, I tried to greet her back, and now it opens up the pie menu. And I have no right to ask her for ID without probable cause, of course. So there are still some things to work on this game, but all in all I find it really fun and relaxing actually. Okay, here we have a car parked in the bus zone. But he has this sticker as well. I have to find it somewhere. Let's see. Where? Parking regulations. Of course. Special parking zones. Watch out for shift car. For shift. Cars mountain parked in taxi zones. But this is not a taxi zone, it's a bus stop. So I'd say I can probably call the tow truck. Just want to see if we have something there. Parking bus stop. Let's see if it's justified to call the tow truck.
I have a vehicle here that needs towing.
It looks like it so far. It's a bad day for the owner. A ticket and a car that has been towed away. Soon has been towed away, at least. As you can see at the top of the screen, sometimes it pops up this person just littered or this person just jaywalked, and then you get like a yellow light above their head so you know which person it is. As you can see, the tow truck is here. And we're just waiting for it to take the car away. If I want to know if I did something wrong or missed something, I can press I on the keyboard. And as you can see here, justified tow truck request. Justified ticket for parking at the bus stop. Yeah, that's the two related to this particular vehicle. So no more parking in the bus at the bus stop. No problem with this car. And they paid. I think this vehicle is too far out into the street, but I don't know. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so I just ran a check on the car, but it came back empty. So my suspicion is that this car might be stolen, or the plates might be stolen. The question is whether I'm allowed to do something about it. I can't just find them for... You could say that the license plates are expired, of course, but they're not matching the database. So I really don't know what I can do, but what I can do is issue a ticket for the car being too far into the street. But it really bugs me that I can't do anything more than that, because obviously there's something wrong with this car, but as I don't have the driver or owner in front of me, I can't do anything. Frustrating, really. Anyway, this car is parked in the wrong direction. I wonder how you come up with the idea of parking in the wrong direction on a one-way street. You see, these lanes are all going in this direction the same way. So how on earth did he manage to park that badly? Beats me. Here we have registration status invalid. That's the same thing as expired license plates, I have learned. I don't know if we have the same thing in Sweden. We have, of course, we have tax for owning a car, and you have to have insurance, but expired license plates is not something I've heard of in Sweden. Anyway, moving on. At the top left you can see the time and date for today. You can also see the white ring getting smaller and smaller, indicating we are close to the end of our shift. So, insurance status invalid. So the first, I would say 2-3 shifts are really not that exciting. It's just patrolling on foot, taking care of minor what you could say, minor things. Let's see, here we have a handicap zone, and then we need, yep, he or she has the handicap, what you call it, tag maybe, on their car, so no problem there.
Nice to see you, officer.
You see, someone just greeted me, but I can't. Who greeted me? Oh, there,
Hey there.
greet back. See? 2 points for greeting a citizen. Okay, insurance invalid. ID status expired. Nothing we can do but check.
Your shift is over,
Okay.
officer.
As you probably heard, the shift is over. That means I have to go back to the police station and write reports for what I have encountered this shift. English is hard when you have to think and talk at the same time. Anyway, takes a little bit of time to get to the police station on foot, of course, but as you can see, we discovered 2 new locations as well, making it easier for us if someone asks for directions. If I'm in the middle of, say, an accident or an investigation of some sort and my shift ends, of course I can solve the problem before ending my shift, so I don't have to, like, leave the accident scene immediately. Let's end the shift and see if we've been to any help today. as you can see, these parking issues only gives you 5 CP conduction point. Conduction, I think this. The way you treat other people, or the way you enforce the law. No, conduct points, exactly. And shift points are for the actual tasks you do during a shift. And as you could see, we unlocked one more district here. I think we were in North Point. Now we also have... Oof. It's a bit of... It seems like Beaufort seems French and landing seems English, but Beaufort landing, maybe. Actually, I read French in school for about 4 years, and I don't think if I was held under gunpoint and was asked to translate the text from French to Swedish, I'm not sure I could do it actually, because it was very long ago that I read French, and I haven't had the ability to really use it. In Sweden we learn English from the age of... I think it's from the age of 7 now, when you start as a first grader in school. I think when I was a kid you were around 9 when we started to learn English. Okay, enough talk. As you can see, I have put out the radar gun, and I point at the vehicle to see their speed, and in the corner down right you can see that the speed limit is 35 miles per hour. So everyone above that will get a ticket. As you can see at the bottom right, this car is driving at 38.4 miles per hour, and the distance between me and him, I think it is, was 100.7 feet. And that's well above the limit, so I can report him. And as you can see, I got an extra 10 points for that. This can be a bit tiresome, because sometimes you can stand for, half your shift and you still can't find something who's driving too fast, and by that you have almost nothing to do. But I guess that's a reality of many in the police force, at least as a traffic cop. Let's see, it seems he's getting now 35, 34 something. Here's one, 35, 35. I hear a car. 35. I couldn't get a good reading there. Or 35. Come on, 40. No, 35. I tend to think that they see me, and that's why they keep under the limit. But I don't know. I wonder if I could. 35. Nothing. 33. 35. I wonder if I can have a look at the parked cars as well. Having something else to do. 35. 35. Come on, come on, come on. 35. In Sweden we have kilometers an hour. I'm not 100% sure how fast or slow 35 miles per hour is. But middle of the street, I would say maybe 40, 50, maybe even 60 kilometers an hour. I have to Google that one. I want to know. Let's see, 35 miles per hour to kilometers an hour. It's 56. So 56 kilometers an hour or 35 miles per hour. This shift can be a bit repetitive, maybe even boring sometimes, because it's just the same thing. But I guess it's like that with every job. You have some wow. Report that one. You have some fun tasks and you have some tasks that are a bit more boring. Playing games is a really good way for me to relax, I've found. I've been on sick leave for a few weeks and to be honest had some problem with depression and anxiety, and for some reason it really helps to kind of go into another world, as we do here, take on another profession and just forget about the regular life. And it's a really nice thing. I think many can relate to that. 38.9. That's a report. And as I've said in my Swedish streams, I do this because I think it's fun. I like to learn new ways to work with technology, and streaming is one of those for me. I do some podcasts for a living, so I still get some training talking in front of an audience, or imagined audience, if I don't have any viewers here. So, and as I said, my biggest fear I think, is to speak English in front of people who has English maybe as their first language or as a second language, but they're still better than I am. So, but I'll try to overcome that. Hope you can do that. Okay, so here's a car parked in front of a fire hydrant. And that's, of course, not okay. So he or she gets a ticket for standing in a special parking zone and fire hydrant. And because the person blocks off the fire hydrant, it's okay to ask for the car to be towed away.
Sure, it will be with you shortly.
As you can see, they're real fast. It took like 10 seconds from my call until they got here. That person just littered, okay? I wonder if I can confront her with that, or him. Her.
Please show me your ID.
First things first, I want to know who she is and if she has any, like, open warrants or stuff. No, nothing. And then I can... the civilian shows sign of strange behavior. For your own safety, you're not allowed to frisk him or her. Okay, I'm not very good at the definition of frisk as opposed to search, so I'll have to read about it. Frisking is justified when the person shows behavior like shaking, nervousness, and unusual behavior. Finding illegal weapons or drugs is a misdemeanor and justifies an arrest. And for searching you have probable cause. Okay.
Allow me to do a pat-down search in case you're carrying anything illegal.
Let's see if that... yeah, that... And, I mean, littering is not that much of a crime, so I will let her go with just a verbal warning.
I'm not going to give you a ticket. I'm just going to leave you with a verbal warning this time.
Okay.
And then I'll let her go,
It's
of
fine.
course.
Have a nice day.
While I'll go back to
Hey,
read back.
Hi, citizen.
While I go back to measuring the speed of oncoming traffic. 30, come on, come on, come on. Now 35. Let's see if I can get a better view here. 35. As you can see, top right, I have 100 contact points. I get plus for, well, conducting in the correct manner, and I get minus if I do things the wrong way, accusing people of crimes they didn't commit or something. And to the left of that you have the shift points, showing the progress of the shift you're on. So right now I have 67 points for doing my job at this shift. I once did an interview on a podcast with a really nice man from southern US named Skifino Musara. He did a TV show here in Sweden called We Got This. And after that one, I got the feedback that I sounded like, you know, the Russian guy, the Russian enemy in a Bond movie. I can't really take that as a compliment.
What's up, officer?
Someone just greeted me again. As you can see, even though I turned towards the person, I didn't get the option to greet back. So it's only 2 points plus if you do it, and no minus if you don't. We have a littering person over here. The interesting thing is when you stop someone for just a small thing like
Please show
littering,
me your ID.
of course you can
Of course. There you go, officer.
discover things more severe than that. The only issue here is the ID that has expired, so I will issue ticket for expired ID.
I will now fine you between $75 and $100 for carrying an expired ID.
Why does it cost so much?
And then I'll just give the person a verbal warning for littering.
I'm not gonna fine you and just let you go with a verbal warning.
Oh, thank you.
And then I'll let the
Everything's
person
fine.
go.
You're good to go.
You see that car there with the black smoke? If I was on duty in a car, I could have stopped that one and also find it for the black smoke. I don't know if you can do that in real life. Find someone for black smoke from a car. But here you can. As you can see, most of the cars haven't really picked up speed after the intersection, so I'll think I'll move back a little. So I can see if maybe they accelerate a little bit more. $35. I think this is the definition of bad TV. It's the same thing over and over again. It's really slow TV. But as I said, these kind of simulators have really been my favorite choice of games in recent years. Actually, I've done a few videos on farming simulator, construction simulator, even power wash simulator on request from a friend. Really strange game. That is exactly what it says. You will handle a power wash and get things clean. And I kind of understand it can be like therapeutic or something. Is it therapeutic? Is it therapeutic? Anyway, you know what I mean. But I got bored, actually. It was the same thing over and over again. Same thing as here. The first shifts are almost the same thing over and over again. It's harder to target the cars driving away from you, I think, for some reason. So let's try with this one instead. Seems like you could go faster now. 40. That's a report. 39.4, that's a report. For some reason it really feels good. I mean, I've had my fair share of parking tickets in my life. It's somewhat... It feels nice to be on the other side once in a while. I won't say that the parking tickets were unjustified, because more often than not I didn't read the signs properly, so no complaining there, but it kinda feels nice actually to have, I won't say to have that power, but to be able to be on the other side of it. I will check some vehicles while waiting for more cars to arrive. There we have one. $35. Let's see if you can catch anyone driving in the opposite direction. Come on, 37. Come on. No, 35. As you can see, the shift ends at 4 p.m., I guess. So soon it's back to the police headquarters again, the police station, and evaluate what we've done so far today. Seems like they're going much faster, but they are not according to the radar. So as I said, this is just like a... I don't know, I just tried to do something in English. And if you happen to understand English instead of Swedish and you think this is a good idea, then feel free to drop me a line or visit my Twitch channel or my YouTube channel. You can find the link from the Twitch. No, I hit the wrong button. Dang. because I do most of my work actually in Swedish, because I feel most comfortable with that. But if there's I don't know if there's someone out there that wants me
Officer?
to do things in English, I will of course do that as well. I think it's hard to get viewers though, only doing things in Swedish, which is a relatively small language compared to English or French or German or Chinese, Mandarin. So I don't know, but I feel like just how I sit here. I feel like this is it. This is good training for me to actually speak English. And if I have like 1,000 viewers or if I have none, that doesn't really matter to me, because I just want to get over this fright, I would say, to speak English in front of an audience. As you can see, we're back at the police station, and it's time to see what we have done today. You can also see the experience points right here. I guess it's another shift of being on foot. Let's see this one. Is it morning or is it... Let's see, it's evening. Okay. So I'd say one more shift on foot, and then hopefully we can get upgraded to actually have a police car. And
Recently, we've been receiving a lot of complaints about cars driving too fast.
you can probably
Pay special attention to
hear the
Understood.
radio message here. They want me to keep an eye out for speeders. So just position myself here, and hopefully we can catch. I want to say some bad guys, but it's actually not that bad to drive a little bit too fast. Oh no, he was driving 38, but then he slowed down to 35 when I got the photo. Am I too close to the intersection, maybe? Seems they're slowing down. Yeah. They're slowing down for the red lights. I have to walk a little bit to this direction. Here we go. 35. Oh, wow. Did you see it? We had like 42 on him. Then I lost I lost contact. I misaimed. We got a lower reading. There we have it. 38.6 on a 35. That's a report. This one seems to be going fast. Oh, he was at like 40 for a minute there. Well, for a second there at least. Let's see. 35. And he slows down and he drives past me, of course. What about this one? Nothing. Just have a look at the parked cars as well. See if we can do anything. No. $35. To aim, I hold the right mouse button, and to take a picture, I press the left mouse button. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, he's over. No, he isn't. I hope someone will be like littering or doing drugs or something on the street, so I have something else to do than just point a laser to people. At people. I can't. Okay, there's another one. I feel like I can't just stand there forever, so let's have a look at some of the cars around. You see there's a fire hydrant, so there's a parking ticket, and of course we will ask the tow truck to tow this one away.
Can you send a record of my current location?
As you can see, we already see the tow truck in the intersection. I think it is, at least. Yes, it is. Can I measure him maybe for speed? No, I can't. Too bad. I sometimes do a bit of Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I got a little bit intimidated because there are so many really good players and streamers on Microsoft Flight Simulator that I almost felt I had no place in their company, but maybe sometime I will do a little bit of flying in Flight Simulator again. Either in Swedish or English. Read back. Okay, so this shift wasn't really what I was hoping for, but let's see if we can maybe get some cars as well. At least is something. Here we have expired license plates. We can issue a ticket. There we go. The owner of this car does everything according to the book, it seems. So no problem there. Oh, he's driving fast. Oh, I missed him. 37, I think that is... Yeah, that's not within the marginal. The cases I think is most rewarding and fun is actually car accidents, where you have to, you have to interview the witnesses, you have to perform DUI tests or alcohol and narcotics, and arrange for the tow truck to tow the cars away if needed. So it's a little bit more versatile than this. Just check one thing. Yep. Let's see. 44.6. I don't know how fast you have to go in the US to lose your license, but here in Sweden I think it is like 30 kilometers an hour over the speed limit, depending of course on the actual, what the actual limit is. That would make, now I have to use Google again, 30 kilometers an hour would be like 18.6 miles per hour. And then no, as I said, the town is called Brighton, but I assume it is in the US because of all the cars driving on the right side of the road. As you all know, in Great Britain they drive on the left-hand side of the road. Okay, let's just to do something else. We had a person just jaywalking here, so we will approach her, ask for her
Let me see your
ID.
please.
We have the sun
Sure, officer. Here you go.
right into the camera. Let's see. No problem there. And jaywalking.
I have to fine you for jaywalking. It will cost you $25.
Really? That's so much money.
That's so much money. You should have thought
can
of that
leave now.
before
Have a great day.
jaywalking. Ah. It's so much easier to be like strictly obeying the law in a game than in reality. I mean, of course I have jaywalked sometime. I may even have speeded, but not much and not often. I mean, it might be that it's easier to say to others than doing it yourself. It's like it's easier to say to someone, I don't know, just cheer up and enjoy life. But it's harder if you tell yourself that. You understand what I mean? It's easier when you don't have to deal with it yourself. Now I'm talking very little about the actual game here, but as you can see we have... Oh, I missed him. 30.7 is the best I got on him. I think that the sound mix should be okay at least. I used the same settings in the Swedish section, so I think it would be a good mix between my voice and the game sound. Oh, the white one. Oh, I missed him. And he was driving legally. 35. One more person littering. Turns away when I approach her.
Could you please show me your ID?
Yes, officer. There you go.
As always, I do a background check. And give her back the... Okay. I'm allowed to search her because she smells of alcohol. That's okay.
I will.
If you say so.
Please cooperate.
Is that really the law in the US? I mean, you have to have probable cause, right?
I'm writing you a ticket for littering. That will be $25.
Why
And
does it
I mean,
cost
it's
so
not
much?
like she's so drunk she can't
Everything's
take care
fine.
of
Good
herself.
to go. Bye.
It seems pretty much okay, I think. Strange. Okay, we have little less than half the shift left. Let's try and do something good about it. Let's see if we can... Oh, it's hard. Maybe it's better to stay here. Try that. That one is standing still. Let's see if he speeds up, coming closer to the radar gun. Come on. Come on. There you go. And at what speed? 35. Okay, no problem there. 35 as well. Is he... Oh. Didn't see if he was approaching me or not. Right now I'm almost just wanting this shift to be over with, so we can get some other types of missions. But also these missions or these somewhat easier stages are crucial to gain experience and thereby get a better grade, get more advanced tasks. I think I mix British English and American English quite a bit. For example, task or task. We have a lot of parked cars here. Let's see if we can maybe focus on them instead a little bit. I mean, we have quite a lot of speeders so far. Registration status invalid. There. Let's see. The only problem is that she doesn't have a gun permit, but since she's not here and I don't know if she owns a gun, there's nothing I can do. Okay, this one is interesting. Nina Nordahl. It almost sounds Swedish. If you skip the second O in her last name, it would be Nina Nordahl, Swedish name. Anyway, she doesn't have a driver's license, so my question is it possible to tow the car away just because she doesn't have a license to drive it? Let's see. Yeah. I think we have to look under here maybe. Want this suspect fleeing, jaywalking. Missing driver's license. Then you can arrest, but I don't think you can take the car just because she doesn't have a driver's license. It could be that the person actually driving the car has a license. I mean, she's just the owner of the car. Here we have someone parked partly on the sidewalk. Insurance status invalid. It was something else, wasn't it? Insurance and ID. Okay. I don't think I can. No. The only thing I can do without having the owner here is ticket for parking on the sidewalk. No problem with this car, except the parking meter has expired. So there's a ticket for that. Okay, so half the car in front of me is a bit too much into the road, but I don't think that counts. This one, on the other hand, is a no-brainer. Parked on the sidewalk. So there's a ticket for that. Here we have a vehicle parked in the wrong direction. I find it quite interesting when I look at the... If we look here on the owner and vehicle page, I don't know if this is the way it really works in the US, but I don't think that, for example, race would be named in the police files in Sweden. I think it might be seen as, I don't know, like race profiling. Gun permit, I guess that the police can see if you have a permit for gun, but why it shows up when you're searching for a car, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Greet back. No. Obviously not. It's even harder to talk when it's hot outside. It's really hot outside. It's like
Your shift is over,
20,
officer.
25 degrees Celsius. So the shift is ending and we will be heading back to the police station once again, and hopefully we'll get enough experience and 50 points to advance. We can take on other types of incidents like vehicle accidents and stuff. Let's see. End shift. As you can see on the conduct points, we remained at 100. We've unlocked a new tool, photo camera, used on minor and major accidents to document evidence and possible injuries on cars or even person. So let's see. Is it still just foot patrolling? I really don't... Okay. Anyway, now we have the possibility to get a radio call about accidents and stuff, so at least I can show you that.
Recently, we've been receiving a lot of complaints about cars driving too fast. Maybe you can pay special attention to speeders?
Understood.
They want me to pay extra attention to speeders, but I think I've done that quite enough, actually. So I'm just waiting for...
Assistance required. Is an officer available?
Speaking about the devil, I was just waiting for a call to be able to go to an accident. Here we have a minor accident about less than 400 meters away, and I'm on my way on foot to see what has happened. Minor accident is often an accident including just 1 or 2 vehicles, while major accidents can be up to 3 or 4 vehicles included. And major accidents has a higher probability of injuries to people, meaning we have to call an ambulance, than minor accidents have. Let's see if we can find our way to the accident. The faster I get there, the more bonus points I get. So, but it's should be like around the corner to the left here, I think. Where's the map? And can I only see the map when I'm in the car, maybe? Okay, so here we have the accident site involving... Wow. Yeah. 1, 2...
I've arrived at the scene.
Oh, actually 3 cars. So what I have to do now is to ask for ID
Let me
of
see
the
your
drivers.
ID and, if available, this vehicle's insurance, please.
Sure, officer. Here you go.
And of course do a background check to see if the... So there's nothing suspicious. I have to interview them about
Can
what
you tell me
happened.
you saw?
I don't understand what happened, officer.
And because they have been involved in an accident, I also have the right
All right,
to do
let
a
me just check to see
DUI
if they're under
test
the influence of alcohol.
to see if they are driving under the influence, and she is not. Everything seems fine there. Let's talk to this other lady, driver.
License and registration, please.
Yes, officer. There you go.
Come to think of it, I couldn't see a registration for... No. That was not what I would... Okay, no...
Let me
I don't know
you
if you
saw.
saw
I'm
it, but
still in shock. I need to
she
get
has
my head
no
right.
insurance. So a verbal
taking a
warning
sample to
for
see if
no
you've been
insurance
drinking
may
and
be in
driving.
order. I think the accident itself is punishment enough.
I'm going to give you just a verbal warning this time.
A lot, officer.
There. And as you can see, I don't use let go as I did while talking to other people around the city,
Show me your license
and that's
and car insurance,
because
please.
I will hand them
Okay, officer.
an accident
There you go.
report at the end, and then I want them to be present at the scene, not drive away. It's popular
Let me
not
hear what
to
you saw.
have
I'm
an
still
insurance
recovering
for your
from the
car,
crash.
actually.
My mind is blank.
Obviously, I mean. Let's see.
Okay, let's just check if you're under the influence of alcohol.
I think. Yeah, as you can see here, this man was driving under the influence of alcohol. So that gives us the right to handcuff him. And we have to specify why we handcuff him. And under narcotics you can find DUI, alcohol.
I have to arrest you for driving under the influence of alcohol. Please move to the sidewalk.
Please, officer.
There. And I'm not calling for a transport yet, because if I give him the accident report, I will get some extra points. So I will do
I need
that
to do a search
before
on you to see if you're carrying anything illegal.
transporting him to the police station. I search him, nothing illegal on him. So, we have interviewed all the drivers, but we also have witnesses.
Please show me your ID.
Sure, officer. Go.
It happened one time that one of the witnesses
Can you tell me what you
wasn't
saw?
involved
No,
in the
sorry.
actual
I didn't see
accident,
anything.
had an open warrant.
It's fine.
So I had to
Have a nice
arrest
day.
one of the witnesses. The people standing still in the streets are more often than not witnesses. So
Show me
try
your
to
ID, please.
talk to all of the witnesses to get a
Sure, officer.
good view of what happened at the scene.
Let me know what you saw.
I wasn't there when the accident happened.
All right.
Okay.
You're free to go. Enjoy
So
your
we
day.
have talked to, I think, like 5 persons. We still don't know more about what actually happened.
Let me have a look at your ID, please.
And just to point out, we can't
Sure, officer.
really arrest someone for reckless driving or something. We have to have
Tell me what you saw.
probable
see anything
cause
much.
of them driving
Can't
under
help you,
influence
officer.
and stuff, but we can't do anything
Everything's
about
fine. You're good to go. Bye.
them, for example, running a red light or something, thereby causing
I'd
the
like to see your
accident.
ID, please.
Here.
Bit unclear why, but I think that will be up to the court later.
Tell me what you saw.
I didn't really see what happened.
No one saw what
You're good
happened.
to go. Bye.
Let's see, do we have any other witnesses? This man here.
Your ID, please.
And the reason I ask for ID is of course that I want to know who I've been talking to and what they've said. And when I've interviewed all accident witnesses, the text will pop up here at the top of the screen saying you have
Tell me what you saw.
I've
I didn't
interviewed
see
all
anything
witnesses,
because I wasn't looking.
as you can see
I was
there.
here 'cause I'm curious.
So
It's fine. Have a nice day.
now we have
It's good to see you again, officer.
talked to everybody at the scene of the accident. So what we'll do now is to document any, you say injuries? No. Any, what do you call it? Ah, you know what I mean. I can't find the word right now. Bumps and scratches on the car. And that is of course... Wait, they said the report was complete, but I still had one more vehicle to photograph. This is just for insurance purposes. As you can see on the to the left and on the screen, the progress bar is all green. We have done all we can. So let's give all the drivers their accident report.
Thank you, officer.
We got complimented for a nice
We're done.
report.
You can leave now. Here's your accident report.
That will be very helpful.
Later
Thank you,
on,
officer.
on major accidents, you will be able to
All right, you can go now.
close
Drive
off
safe.
a lane or two so that you can work somewhat safer and not to risk the health
Here's
or
your
life
accident
of
report.
That would be
the
very helpful.
people
you.
involved in the accident. As you can see, we can't escort the RSD to the police station. Right now we have to have more duty stars, so we
I
call
need
for backup
Subject into custody.
and ask them to help
Understood.
us.
The closest available unit will be dispatched to your location.
There are some times when the prisoner transport will just stand there. No one will get out of the car and actually fetch the RST, but let's hope that's not what will happen now. Now she's getting out. Yeah, she's getting out.
I'll take care of the suspect.
So, of course, I stay here until I see that
Please
they
do not
have
resist and come with me to the
the
patrol car.
situation under control.
If I have to.
I forgot one thing actually. Because this person was arrested, we also have the right to search his vehicle. But that's little bit late now, so let's just see. Let's just call the tow truck on this one.
I have a vehicle here that needs towing. I need a wrecker at my current location, please.
Sure, it will be with you shortly.
And same thing here.
I have a vehicle here that needs towing. I need a wrecker at my current location, please.
There's a traffic jam in your vicinity. Tow truck will be sent to your location as soon as the route is clear.
There's a traffic jam. I can't really see the traffic jam, but I can see a tow truck. Probably taking away the red car. And as soon as we have ordered the tow truck to fetch the cars, we don't have to stay any longer. We can go on. Sometimes the traffic can be a mess on an accident scene, and the tow truck company will say that they will be with us within 24 hours, which is kind of funny actually. Car standing in the middle of the street for one day and one night. But in a way, you got to see a little bit of let's see if I can. Okay, I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. Obviously I can't do that, I'm male. But I saw that this car had expired license plates, but I don't have, as you can see here, I don't have the, what's it called, ladle to stop him. So I was thinking about hand gestures, but I can only order them to reverse, to turn around, or wait and then move. So we can't do anything about that just yet. This will be the last shift on this English narrated dream of police simulator patrol officers. So after this shift I will just wait for the evaluation, and hopefully if you like what I'm doing and you can stand my less than perfect English, I can do more of these videos with other simulator games. I really love the Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, for example. I really think it's a good game. I know nothing but cars in real life, more than I'm pretty good at driving them, but I really find Car Mechanic Simulator being a good game. Mostly because I think it's satisfying to buy a car that's almost just a wreck and then restore it to its previous glory. I think that's something very satisfying in that. Let's see. This guy doesn't have a driver's license. But as he's not here, I can't do anything about it. And obviously you can't just stop someone in the streets asking for his or her ID and I don't know, search them or harass them. That will give you negative points, which I think is a really good thing, considering what we've heard in quite a few years about the police force in some countries. Let's see, it's a parking spots here. Registration status. There. A person just littered. Okay, the guy in the red jacket. I will get to him in just a few seconds.
I need to see your ID, please.
Here you go, officer.
Let's see. No problem at all. Previous conviction of aggravated assault and forgery, but no outstanding warrant or something. You will just have a verbal warning for littering.
I'm not going to give you a ticket. I'm just going to leave you with a verbal warning this time.
Many thanks, officer.
You can leave now. Have a great day.
As you can see, when it's an when it is an offense where you can give a ticket, you can always choose if you want to, well, give them a ticket, or if you will give them a verbal warning. It's up to your discretion. It's up to your discretion. I think it's the word. Anyway. Many cars with expired registration. So I'm just having a look at the cars around, waiting for my next call. Here we have a car parked way too far out into the street, and also the parking meter has expired. So 2 tickets. Okay, it's what handicap zone to the left, but he's okay. Here the parking meter has expired, so we'll have to give him a ticket for that. Hopefully the work we've done on this shift will give us the possibility to rise in the ranks. Let's see, we have an accident. It must be nearby because... oh no! I see it. Okay, first of all, we have to call an ambulance.
I have a person who's been injured requesting an ambulance.
And even if we now have 3 people injured, you just need to call the ambulance once and the paramedics will take care of them. Let's see, we have a skid mark on the asphalt here, indicating this car maybe ran a bit too fast.
Hey, yeah. Can you hear me? Sure, officer.
Let's see, you can hear the paramedics in the background as well. This guy has a stolen ID,
Sure, Doc. I'll try.
and he will know about it in just a few... oh, dilated pupils as well.
Tell me what you saw.
That driver was exceeding the speed limit. You have to arrest them, officer.
I don't think she is the big problem. Let's see, it was fake ID, yeah, exactly. Fake ID.
Please cooperate peacefully while I take
Dilated pupils, is that alcohol or is it drugs? I think we have probable cause for a drug test as well.
Test to see if you've been driving under the influence of drugs.
That's negative.
Okay.
But
see what I can
still,
do. Can you hear me?
It hurts, but
this person
I think I'm fine.
is using
Can
a
you
fake
walk up
ID
your own and come with me to
or
the
stolen
ambulance for
ID.
further examination?
Yes. Let me stand up. I'll come with you.
I have to arrest you for carrying a stolen ID. Please go on the
We
sidewalk.
have
Please,
to
officer.
handcuff him and search him.
Please cooperate for a search procedure.
As you can see, you're allowed to carry up to 1 ounce of cannabis in Brighton, and that's exactly what he has, so no problem there. Hopefully he will just move over to the sidewalk. As you can see, we still have one person injured here, but the ambulance is treating the other two
Your shift is over,
back at the
officer.
ambulance. Let's talk to the other driver then. As you can see, the shift is over,
I
but
need to see
I
your
of
ID
course
and
have to
proof of
clear the
insurance,
accident
please.
site.
Sure, officer. Here you go.
That's good. You should see a doctor anyway. Can you stand up and walk with me to the ambulance?
Okay, ID status expired. I won't hold that against
Can you tell me
her
what
for
you saw?
now.
I respected the speed limit. I'm very sure.
Let's-
Kindly cooperate as I collect a sample to see if you're drunk.
Here we have a situation where one of the drivers got arrested for using a fake ID card and one for
I have to arrest you for
drinking.
driving under the influence of alcohol.
Driving
Please
under
cooperate.
the
Please
influence,
don't do that.
drunk driving. And of course I will search her as well.
I will proceed with the search. Please cooperate.
To see if she has anything dangerous. She has a cucumber in her pocket. I don't think I wanted to go into why, but anyway. So what we're going to do now is just document the accident scene. And then call for transport of our two
What's up, officer?
arrested people. I wonder if this... No. That car... Oh, of course, of course. As you can see, the camera isn't perfect. Sometimes you have to rotate it and like follow the side of the car to get the markings for what you should take a photo of. I think we are almost done. We may be missing something, but I can't really find out what it is, so maybe I just leave it there. You don't have to... Ah, there it is. The accident report don't have to be 100% you don't have to do all the steps to get the accident report to 100%, but you will earn a few extra points if you do. Now I'm just gonna give her the
okay.
accident report
Thank you, officer.
and then call for backup
I need backup
to
take
arrest
the
her,
subject into custody.
to transport her to
Understood. The closest available unit will be
the
dispatched
police
to your
station.
location.
Same thing with the other driver. I wonder... Is he on the other... Yeah, he's on the other side. Accident report.
Please take your accident report.
Yeah, seems fine. Thank you, officer.
And
I
then
need backup to take the
arrest
subject into
transport.
custody.
We're sending the closest transport to your location.
And now we have 2 cars. Which drivers will be taken into custody? So
I
we
have a
have
vehicle here that needs towing.
we
I
have
need
to
a
call
wrecker
the
at my
tow
current
truck for
location,
them.
please.
At least 2 cars, I will say. I don't know if this car is just parked. Yeah, I think so.
I have a vehicle
As you
here
can
that
hear,
needs
we
towing.
have the
I need a
backup
record at my
coming
current location, please.
our way,
They will be with you shortly.
but as you can also can see, they're blocked off by a taxi, showing that the logic of AI traffic isn't all that good.
Please cooperate and come with me to the control room.
Anyway, our shift is over. It's time to go back to the police station. And after we've done that, I will close this stream for today. And just a reminder, this was just a test, more or less. I wanted to try to do something in English as well, and I wanted to confront my fear of speaking English in public. So it may or may not come more streams with me doing simulation game in English. And I do this because I think it's a good way to relax by playing and to train my English, because as you can hear, I need to. And also it's something I like with the streaming technology. You can just sit at your computer at home, and if you like, the whole world can watch you. And if no one is watching, you still have to figure out the sound levels and the streaming software and stuff. So, and if I'll do more videos in English, it will most probably be simulation games as usual. But with that, I think we say bye for now, and I hope to hear from you again soon. And well, I think that's it. Bye.